Character design is provided by Demon Artie. Be sure to check her out over on her social media platforms. Links to her Twitter and Instagram are going to be in the description down below. Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. Star Wars Bad Batch Episode 5 Rampage. And, it's better?
Barely.
A little bit?
I think it's better because of certain things that we love from the past, not necessarily
but the story doesn't really go anywhere. Except for I guess it kind of sets them up into just being mercenaries, maybe, kind of.
But then that's just Mandalorian.
But kind of. But the Mandalorian ended up getting the one job is getting the kid back. Yeah. But he kept running into things where he kept having to do jobs.
You know what's kind of dumb, though? I think they would have realized this way early on, that this is what they should be doing. Because, they're not going to make money anywhere else.
They can't.
Yeah.
I just want to know what in the world is going to continue on, because it just feels like, okay, so find some planet and lay low. But now they're just, since they have bounty hunter on them, they don't want to go to their lay low planet till they take care of the bounty hunter. So now it's either one or two things. They got to kill her, which we know doesn't happen, or pay her off enough. Or she thinks the target died.
But you have to remember, though, she could be a type where she's not until she gets her bounty done. She might be one of those, like, it doesn't matter. That's what I was paid to do. I got to do it.
Yeah. Well, and we kind of did see that with Mandalorian with Boba Fett, because they're like, oh, we're going to honor it until you get the kid back. And she's like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. I said I would help you deliver your child.
Yeah. So it's kind of like that weird. So she is like that. She's probably to the very last, like, I'm going to get this kid. No
to the end, kid.
To the end.
But, it's just another thing where, like, these guys are supposed to be badasses and they just kind of just fail.
Like, you see them in that first episode, how cool they were when they were fighting the droids. What happened to those guys? I mean, they were just, like, awesome.
Yeah, it kind of takes them down a notch.
Yeah, every episode I'm losing more respect for these dudes. So we open up and they're giving Omega a communication device. So just like how last time she got like lost, like, okay, we got to give her something. But she's kind of messing with it, like, oh, we're checking in, just messing with it. And they're like, it's not a toy. And then she's like, roger that.
Yeah, because basically Echo's telling them that we're all feeling. It's not a toy. Stop messing with it. This is to help if you get captured.
It's funny because she is a child. I understand she can do child things. But this isn't like we're going camping. This isn't like something, yes, camping can be dangerous if you get lost in the woods. They're being hunted by people that want to kill them. Yeah, this is not like normal stuff.
They're being hunted and you're being hunted too. Like, they have a Pacific bounty hunter after you.
Yeah, they even said we have to find out why this bounty hunter after you. We have to find out because this person, she's not going to stop.
So Echo says, I know a dude that used to work with the Jedis and it was an informant and they know things. So let's go look for this person and maybe they can help us. So that's the plan, go down this planet. And I do like the way that all the cities look marvelous.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
The animation is really good in this. I mean, you can't question
Especially
that.
Like the cityscapes and everything look really, really great. So they land and I guess they're going to go after this person, and I like how they're all like in their cool armor and everything, and then Omega just has like her no armor for the kid. So do you think eventually they got to start giving her something to protect herself?
Yeah, something.
I wish they would paint their armor though, because they are wanted. Yeah, by the Empire. You think you'd want to like
paint them all black or all red or green or something like separate.
You stick like a sore thumb.
But yeah, that's another thing. Like, come on, guys, seriously, buy some paint, get it done.
Yeah.
So they find the place, and it's it's like a bar, but it also looks like kind of, again, very, very gambling parlor.
Yeah, it's a dive bar. It's one of those.
But it looks like literally nobody's in there.
Yeah.
Because everything with the Empire coming back and stuff. I do like the fact that they're like, okay, Omega, what are the main rules? Okay, if I don't use the communicator unless I'm lost, I give you my position.
Always look out
for people and only trust your squad.
Yeah, only trust the squad members.
I'm glad they finally talked to her. My goodness, listen.
I think they would have told her that at the very beginning, before any of this happened.
Yeah. So they get in there and then like, hey, barkeep, whatever, we're looking for. I forgot what was the person's name. Something was that like a guy's name?
Was it like Eric or something?
No, I can't remember.
Never heard of him. Well, do you know anyone who does? No. What about those guys? I told you, ain't gonna spend money here. You need to get out of my establishment. And then the guys are like, well, I guess that's the end of that. Omega walks up to her. You're that person we're looking for. Astute observation, kid. I guess you're the brains of the operation. Why did she tell her? Unless she mind tricked her.
Yeah.
But Do we know that for sure? That's the
But
thing.
then again, though, if she's famously worked with Jedis, you think she would learn, like, okay...
I think that, but this is the whole thing with Rey, where she just magically learned how to do things.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
But how else do you explain it?
It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. And I like how Tech so unartfully before they got her said, yeah, she's going to be having she needs new clientele because all the Jedi are dead. So.
Well, yeah, because you're helping the Jedi. There ain't no more Jedi.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: why did Omega know that it was her? Unless she used some type of Jedi mind
Unless
powers.
read her mind, like a Jedi, like, you know. But yeah, no, there's no other way other than
because she's had intuition. Remember when she's talking to Crosshair, she knew exactly how he was feeling.
He's like, "Oh, don't feel bad. I know you can't help it."
Yeah.
Like, why would she know that? I know she knew about the inhibitor chip, but I think she could really feel how he felt on the inside.
Yeah.
Because he did feel conflicted. So there's no way that she's not force sensitive, because this whole scene makes no sense if she doesn't have something. Oh, I'm just gonna guess. So they're like, she's like, okay, your little person here really knows her stuff. Let's go talk business. So they're like in her little office, and that's when, like, you heard you worked with the Jedi, yeah, but a lot of good that did them. They're all dead now. So they're like, hey, we're looking for something. He's like, what do you guys want? Because apparently you're not going to be here unless you guys want something, and you're not just like deserting soldiers. Like, there's a reason why you're here. So they put up on screen, like, hey, do you know who this lady is? She's like, no, but I know she's a bounty hunter, and I know people that can find out who she is. But, we're going to have to do a little exchange. Like, well, money. She's like, I need you to do a job for me. You need to go rescue this person. What was the name again? Something stupid.
Mochi.
You had to save a kid named Mochi. It's very important to me. You got to save her. Okay, we can do that. Smash and grab, easy going. And they're like, what about the bounty? 70-30. Okay. Give us the information we need. 70-30. Make a little credits on the side.
I mean, at least she's giving him something. She could have just said, I keep all of it.
Yeah, keep all of it. You get the information.
But then she's probably thinking, okay, maybe if they do a good job, maybe I can use them again. Maybe that's what she's thinking.
Every single time I see someone like this, I think, oh my gosh, you're going to betray him.
Yeah, because Star Wars, there's so many shady characters.
As soon as they walk in the door, remember those soldiers you were looking for? Like, I could just see her, but she doesn't.
This is a dude, she could be wearing like a gold medallion over one shirt, that kind of
like
shady.
Everyone's a freaking piece of garbage.
Well, yeah, because, there's no loyalty.
No.
Like, especially if someone gives you
But
a lot
I
of
have a
money.
feeling that she has a heart, though. I don't think she's going to.
Because she helped the Jedi.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming she probably knows that this Empire stuff is no good.
Yeah.
Because that's what she even brings up. She's like, yeah, ever since the Empire stuff, everything's been messed up.
Yeah.
So go save the kid, bring her back, then I can get your information for you. Okay, sounds like a deal. And Wrecker's like, yeah, good to bust some skulls. So they're gonna go do that. Okay, interesting. A very simple plan, but as we can see, it goes sideways. So they're gonna on their way there, but then Wrecker starts getting headaches again. He's gonna turn. No, this show will be a 10 out of 10 if they have to freaking kill Wrecker.
I think they will have
because
to.
he's like, sorry kid, I can't help it. And he's like grabbing her, and he's like, can't help it. And he's trying to fight it, and they end up having to put him down.
What makes you think that they bring him back though?
Or
like an
I bet you Omega's gonna use force powers and like and like make
because they can't have him die, because that would be
no, they have to. It'd be so great. I'd love it.
Be,
I'd give it a 10 out of 10.
Or even worse. Okay, darkest thing you could do is if like he's gonna do it, but then he just pulls a gun on himself.
Yeah, he kills himself.
That would be.
Remember when Rex was going after Ahsoka?
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to fight it.
I'll tell you,
Commander.
He's like, get out of here.
But I want the only two people left out is Hunter and like Crosshairs, and they go at it to the very end. We gotta fight.
They have a freaking clone knife fight.
Oh gosh, that
on
would
top
be
of
awesome.
an exploding building and something's happening.
No, there's nothing gonna.
That would redeem this series.
All these people have to die.
Yeah,
they can.
Because where were they?
Because the thing is, it has to be like a Rogue One situation. They all have to go.
Yeah,
they have to. Because where were they at during New Hope?
So then he's like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're good. So they're going over their mission. Okay, we're gonna land. They start to like scope out the joint, and I'm thinking to myself, even like Omega has her binoculars.
I know.
Oh, there she is. Oh, she looks so sad. Shut up.
And then really, she keeps on using the comms. Stop using the comms. They're not toys. Stop doing that.
But she like wants to be part of the mission. It's like, okay, I see about 12 people down there. Go in there. Simple plan. Get in there and get them. Okay, let's go. Not you, dum-dum. Wait on the ship. Because you have no armor. You don't carry any weapons. What are you going to do?
Well, either you're going to get killed or you're going to become a slave. That's all. Those are the two options. You don't need to be part of this.
Exactly.
Yeah, and she'd be like you were bringing like she doesn't even know what a slave is.
Yeah.
She's like, what's a slave trader? What does that mean? And when they were on the ship, they're like, those are people that buy people and sell them. It's like, you can sell people? Like, yeah, they don't want to do this.
Yeah,
like, they're against their wills. Well, that's wrong. They're like, yeah, we know, and we're going to stop it from happening.
Yeah.
She's very naive of the world.
Yeah, like the Caminos didn't teach her anything.
She just
like that.
knows what she needed to know, like the medical stuff.
Medical stuff.
So she she didn't know anything about like markets and toys, and she didn't even know what fun was.
Yeah.
So she literally is super ignorant of everything. So they tell her, get back to the freaking thing. I would have told her, just in case something happens to us, take off with the ship.
Yeah.
Like, give her a mission, like, if we get
on autopilot.
Yeah, or if something happens and there's the weapons and you got to be able to defend yourself. Let her feel like she's going to do something, but they don't do it there. They just tell her to go back to the ship. And she's like, oh, hey, sir. And she goes in there. So we got our guys. They're all together. Spec Ops, mega badasses, Task Force 99, the unstoppable clones that can defeat everything.
Have never lost a mission.
Couldn't get their asses kicked again.
Against slave traders. These aren't, professional, people.
Yeah, they hunt people, but they're not. Yeah.
They can't fight anyone that has any skill.
No.
So as they're making their way up there, we kind of keep seeing something in the background, like a monster, like a big dragon-looking thing. It attacks. They get smacked around a bit. Slavers show up. They all get captured. Put up a fight. Special Forces, my ass. These guys kind of suck.
Yeah, they're really showing to be weak.
That first episode, though.
They're fighting the droids like it was no one's business.
There's so many times they see him get captured, even on that one planet with, what's his name? They got captured by those regular rebels.
See how awesome Boba Fett was when he had that stick thing and he's all smashing the stormtroopers? None of that.
These guys get their cookies tossed. Unbelievable. Nothing. Get their ass.
They had professional people fight. They were fighting them, but there were no other. They were just rank and file guards. There were nothing special about them.
Nothing special.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
So we get back to the lady that gave him the information, and she's talking to someone. Don't worry, but again, it's in a different language, and they're like, oh, that sounds a lot like what's his fake not Boba Fett, but Jabba the Hutt's guy. Yeah. And we're like, well, that's interesting. Well, because we thought maybe this could be something to do with another mission, but then she mentions Mochi. Don't worry, we're going to get Mochi back for him. Like, why the hell would this guy care about a little girl?
For 5 seconds, he had a hood over him. Well, that can't be Sidious. There's no way, because why would he care about any of this? So it can't be Sidious.
So we were like, okay, so what's going on here? So I guess she doesn't just want Mochi for herself. It's another bounty for someone else. Yeah. So I'm going to hire someone to get the thing and I'm going to split it.
I mean, you're thinking, maybe she's not so good because she getting
working with a bad guy.
Yeah, is she a slaver herself, like a slave trader herself?
So we get back to Omega. She's playing with the little doll and then she kind of makes it she paints it half black till it looks like a Bad Batch. Oh, she's a new trooper now. So I'm wondering if when she does get armor, it's gonna look like that.
It's probably going.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
See, I will say that was at least one of the few times I was actually. Cool.
I want to see her in little clone armor. I just want to see
tiny clone.
Yeah, because we didn't get it from Grogu, so she's got.
Yeah, Grogu didn't get his freaking armor. I want this. So she's like, okay, don't worry. She's talking to the little droid guy they have on board. But then she hears some voices, and smartly she's like, "Hey, hide!" And then she kind of just gets up into the crawl space where they can't see her. Then those slaver dudes.
Yep. He turned into a trash can.
Yeah, he kind of just shut himself off, and then he's just in the corner. But smartly, she got out of there. So those guys like, yeah, the ship's empty. Don't worry about it. But she snuck out, and she took some supplies with her. Smart. That's a smart thing to do because she had to get out of there. I'm like, okay, but then we all were thinking like, oh God, is Omega gonna have to save them all?
If she would have done that, I felt kind of.
Well, in a way she kind of did, but not in the way I thought. It wasn't like an action hero.
It wasn't like she jumped in there and started shooting everyone.
That would have been stupid.
Yeah, that would have been silly.
So we get back to our boys, and they're all captured, and they're just. It's funny. They're all chained together. You would slaves have them all chained to one another, so they one.
And not even laser wire chains. We're not talking old school chains. Yeah.
And then Al Rucker's talking crap and everything, and he gets shocked. And then even Echo's like, "Oh, you need to stop doing that," and they shock him too.
Yeah, it's like.
And then Tech's like, "Guys, just don't even talk to these people."
But this slaver dude, the leader, has one of these creatures. It's a damn dragon. This thing's freaking humongous. He gets on the building. Look how big that is.
Is the building.
I thought it was a Game of Thrones going on here. This thing's huge. But these were the slavers that we saw in Clone Wars.
Yes, and that was stopped with the Republic because they didn't want any of that. But Empire is kind of...
Yeah, and that's their whole thing. But business is a booming, boys.
Yeah, they said they're going to go back to their home planet and they're going to just start it all over again.
Yeah.
So they're talking, and Hunter's like, we need a way to contact Omega, let her know to get out of there. Those slavers are going to be after her. But then Omega's up there, and she kind of waves at Tech. Tech's like, yeah, we don't need to worry about it. And then you see her, she's like, hi, guys.
Oh, my gosh. Ugh.
But I do like the fact that they're able to communicate with her, but in a smart kind of way. Because Echo's like, you wouldn't be talking all this stuff if we had our equipment. And then she's like, oh, equipment, go get the equipment. I love how they're
the equipment over there. Yeah, because the guy's stupid. He's talking to him, but he's talking to her. Yeah.
She thinks, ooh, that's where the equipment is. Like, yeah, go get her stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, Omega. She's doing some ninja stuff. And it's like, in the last episode, she was a scared little girl. Now she's able to climb across things, and it bounces back and forth for her being competent and her being incompetent.
See, I don't like that, but again, like I said, maybe it's her Jedi powers that are starting to manifest, maybe?
A little bit, maybe. That would be an explanation. Because, I'm sorry, I don't know many kids her age that would do that upside down shimmy across the rope thing. That's scary stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Like, if you've never done it before, it's scary stuff.
So it's got to be more than just her.
Yeah. And we never seen an episode of him actually training her.
Yeah, there was no, like...
being like a...
Well, simulation training.
They don't have any time. They're just on the...
But she does. She's making her way down there, but she accidentally knocks over a rock, and it makes a noise. It's like, oh, damn. But then Wrecker kicks a rock at one of the guards, whatever. So it's like, oh, maybe it was him.
Yeah,
like being a jerk. Yeah. And then they start to whip him with like a.
They're gonna say, "We're gonna feed you. You're done. You're done. You're not even a straight slave."
Even though you're a big, strong person that we could probably sell as a good slave, I don't care. I'm gonna feed you to my dragon.
Yeah.
Thing. But then like, okay, whatever. Omega makes her way down to one of the cages, and we see like some type of creatures in there. I'm like, oh, okay, that could be a good distraction. And in Far Cry, you could do that, like release the bear into the camp, and then it would like attack everyone. So she's starting to get it out. She gets caught, and they're like, oh, we found this kid snooping around. Oh, I wasn't snooping. I was opening that cage, and then little baby Rancor pops out. Like, baby Rancor for the win. And then we jokingly said, wouldn't it be funny if this was the Rancor that was in the Rancor pit?
That could be the Hutts, yeah.
We make that joke. Like, we all laugh. We have a good time. I wrote it in my diary. We made a funny joke today.
Yeah, we all did.
And let's just say that things happen. The Rancor starts busting people up, and of course, it's a big monster, so it's able to, like, smack everyone around. And I do like the fact that Wrecker's like, okay, that's our distraction. Poof, just breaks the chains.
Yeah, so they're gonna break it. They were gonna get out, but they just wanted it to not to be so obvious.
And have a distraction. So, like, the one guard wouldn't be looking at them, because when there's a rampaging baby Rancor, you're gonna be paying attention to that. So Wrecker was able to just break the chains.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go, okay, Omega didn't save them. She just made the distraction. Okay, I can live with that.
A little better.
So, that's their thing. Like, okay, we have to go save these other people, because there's other people that are being...
and then Jones will save that.
That little girl. So they're out there. They're saving everyone. They're unlocking them. And then I like how Omega's like, okay, Mochi, because it's like a little girl. You're safe. We're gonna get you back home. And the guy's like, oh, that's not that Mochi. That Mochi. And then you see the Rancor like, that Rancor's Mochi.
At least we know what his name is now, or her name.
So here's the funny thing. That wasn't in the mission brief. That wasn't. They could come on.
Maybe they thought they weren't gonna take it.
Yeah. Like, if you knew that it was a baby Rancor.
Maybe.
So they have to save the baby Rancor, but it's rampaging. They suit up and everything, and it's like, okay, it's going to be Wrecker and Hunter are going to go after Mochi, and then the rest of you get everyone out of here, so they're taken care of. Yeah, because they're not going to leave those other people there. They're going to save them too, even though they're not going to get any credits for those slaves. But, so okay, let's make our way there to try to stop this thing. And it's like it's beating up the bad guys, so they're kind of like, how about just let them,
let them beat them up.
Yeah, let her like clear the ads, and then we can fight her afterwards.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a smile on my face during the whole Mochi
because
thing.
Mochi's cool. They keep trying to capture her, but she's ain't having none of it. She's like, one guy's up on the tower, knocks him down, like, that dude dead.
She even fought that big dragon.
Yeah, because it ends up attacking them. And then that big dragon comes down and like, oh, we have a kaiju battle, like a baby kaiju battle. Yeah. So like we have these two things fighting, and it's a pretty cool fight. It's interesting, biting its tail and knocking it around, but it ends up scaring it away. I wonder, how did they capture it in the first place? Moon is sleeping or something.
Yeah.
Because
and somehow got it under his control, because he controls that thing, the head slaver guy.
So, and the head slaver guy is going to be fighting Hunter, and Hunter's like, I don't need no guns, it's me and my knife. So he's always with the damn knife. Get a damn blaster, just shoot this guy.
I know, it'd be so much easier. Boom, done.
So it's whip versus knife, and I do like the fact that Hunter gets hit with it, and it's like shocking him, but he's able to like
pull him.
He like fights through it, and then he gets him. Like, that was pretty cool. So at least Hunter got to be a little bit of a badass, instead of just like getting his ass kicked by Fennec.
Knocked out by like a punch.
Oh yeah, that's another thing that bothers me about this. We'll talk about it a little bit later. But.
So now they're like, okay, now it's just, you and me. It's basically it's going to be just Hunter and, it was Tech and Wrecker versus the freaking Rancor. We see, this is, I guess, this is where Omega gets a weapon. Because these guys had like energy arrow thingies, like crossbow gun, like gauntlets, and she finds one, she picks it up, and I guess that's gonna be her.
And
weapon.
then in some way she couldn't even get it. She wanted to let it go, but she couldn't. Like it was.
Yeah, once you grabbed it, like latched on, it's like, well, I guess it's mine now.
Yeah.
reminiscent of Ezra's little slingshot thing.
Yeah.
Very, very reminiscent of that. But I'm assuming these things aren't deadly and they're like shock things. Because they don't want to kill the things they're hunting, they want to capture them.
Yeah, they want to stun it.
So I guess that's her weapon now, which could be kind of fun.
Which is kind of nice because, like, you wouldn't want a kid to have, like, a deadly weapon because, like, that's pretty traumatizing. Even though they gave her a gun in the last episode a couple of
So, the Rancor defeats the dragon thing. It flies away. Then it's like, I'm the champion. Then it's like, okay, what do we do to bring this thing in?
And then, yeah.
Tick's like checking on Wikipedia, and he's like, they follow a hierarchy. You have to challenge them. And if you can beat them in combat, it'll be the alpha male. And Wrecker's like, yeah, I'm the one to do this. So Wrecker can fight a baby Rancor,
but not Finn.
But Finnick can whoop his ass.
See that's what pisses me off. That's why I hate that. Because he looks cooler, but then I remind what happened in the last episode, and it just gets me even more ticked off.
So they're trading punches and like getting knocked around and getting slammed around, and he doesn't instantly get knocked out. So Finnick is stronger than a baby Rancor, or was poorly written.
It's
poorly written because he shouldn't have won punch. Why couldn't he use her, like I said, like you were talking about her sniper abilities? That'd make more sense.
Yeah, or she was shooting him with the thing, and it's like, oh, those little phasers can't, help my armor, but it's like
and have a situation where she maybe even has someone, well, I'll kill this person if you don't let go of the girls. Okay, that would make sense.
Or even like misdirection, like smoke bombs, stuff like where Wrecker couldn't see her, and
then Wrecker grabs her, and then she has her arms to her side, and she hits a button, and her armor shocks, and it gets him that way.
No. She had to punch him.
It's like she just headbutted him.
I know.
Yeah, headbutted freaking Hunter knocked him out, and then like she like tricked him up and slammed his head on the wall.
They're supposed to be the best of the best.
Yeah, whatever. So we get this whole kind of funny fight, which is because they're not trying to kill each other. They just want to like, oh, I'm the best. So they're just knocking each other around. They get the rest of the slavers saved, and they're on their way, and they're gonna go see what's going on with the Rancor. And they've been fighting so long, they're tired. Yeah. Like they're just trading punches. They kind of both fall to the ground. They kind of like hug, like like two wrestlers.
This is getting boring. Yeah, that's what you say.
It's like there's usually like a Wrecker's trying to like bear hug, but it's like
it's like you're at the round 20. You're like, okay, we're done. I don't want to do this anymore.
But then it's really funny because then Omega walks up there, and I'm thinking, did it submit to Omega or did it submit to Wrecker? It makes you feel like it's submitted to Omega.
But it doesn't feel... It's weird. You can't tell, but...
Because it doesn't show what happens.
No.
Because it cuts straight back to the lady, and we see the guy. That's Jabba's guy.
Yeah.
And he's complaining about where is she? Don't worry, I got my best guys on the job. And then you hear it, and like, oh, here they all now. And Omega's writing it. So did it submit to Omega?
It might have.
I don't know. It's just weird. The thing is, are we just thinking too much into it, and she has none of this stuff, and we're just thinking she does?
Yeah, it could be.
So Mochi is being rode in by Omega, and everyone, they get that, oh, there she is, and all happy. So yeah, this is the freaking Rancor and the Rancor pit.
Yeah, exactly, and it even has the pig soldiers.
Yeah, those dudes too.
Yeah. So it's literally the thing that Luke kills.
Yeah. So we get to see the baby version. It's a girl. I didn't know that.
Did not know that.
So yeah, okay, they did the job for Jabba the Hutt, unbeknownst to them. And then like, okay, the lady's like, hey, let's go talk business. So it's just Hunter and her. And he's like, hey, I didn't think you guys would be able to do it. But, here's your information. That's Finnick. She's a new bounty hunter, but she's deadly. She's one of the best. And we don't... He's like, okay, who hired her? We don't know. But it's a big job. It's like I said, it was like a direct, contact. It wasn't like, oh, we need a bounty hunter. They specifically picked her. Sure, yeah. So this is something big for them. And then Hunter's like, God damn. He's like, son of a bitch.
They would have asked, is it a dead or alive?
I know,
they should have asked that because that would make a big difference.
But I think definitely Finnick would want it alive. But if she had to, I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe they just need her blood and DNA.
Yeah,
maybe she is just a clone. But it seemed like they cared about her.
Well, and also she could have killed her like in the mission before.
Yeah,
I don't think the Prime Minister really cares, but I think that little doctor, I think she cares. I think she does because she raised her.
And she's like, hey guys, here's your cut. And maybe in the future, there might be some more jobs for you guys. Then Hunter's like, I'll think about it. And boom,
Hunter, you're going to have to because
he goes, and also I can keep secrets.
Yeah, she's like, oh, you guys must be really important for her to be coming after you guys. But they know she's coming after Omega.
Yeah, but they don't want to tell her
He's not going to tell her that.
Yeah, because it'll be easy to kidnap a kid.
What's your secret talent? I'm good at keeping secrets. And then she licked her lips.
But like I said, since she worked with Jedi, I think they can trust her. I don't think she's bad. I don't think she's like the one on the other planet.
Sorry, cowboy, they broke me. So Do you think this lady turns on them? I think she stays straight.
I think
she
does.
stays
does.
on the
I
good
think
guy
she does.
side.
She does.
Because I know she probably doesn't like slaver people, and she definitely doesn't like the Empire because she worked with
she's
the
worried.
Republic.
She's worried about it because she's like, oh, I don't know how this is going to turn out for my work. I don't know.
So, do the Bad Batch just go around doing missionary missions?
I think they might, and she might be like, maybe they don't stay on the planet next.
Do you think
to her,
they could pay off Finnick?
I think you probably.
But again, it could be one of those
Honor?
a contract's a contract.
Yeah.
You know.
Or like you said,
She
we find
does.
out.
She goes do code Togo on us.
Yeah.
Well, or we
She
find
still
out
got the kill.
that
She tried to kill herself and she still kills
Yeah.
her before she gets the shot.
No, dude jumps in the building before he dies. He shoots him. Okay, he's gonna die. Okay,
Because it had to be his kill.
Or we find out that it is the Caminos wanting her back, and then they try to go back and figure out.
Well,
why
I think
you
they want,
her
like I said, I think they want her back because they want to make more clones of her. And shall see Empire unique clones.
Yeah,
these have
just
Jedi ones.
These
Yeah,
are the
but,
perfect ones.
or maybe they're special construct. And again, I'm saying, you think a Palpatine clone, the first versions of Snoke, that whole
Maybe
Could
because
be.
she has kind of that look like a little kid.
like she looked like she could be Palpatine's daughter.
Yeah.
Because she kind of has the nose and the hair and the funny
be.
But
accent.
I don't think she's gonna go bad though. I don't think she will.
But what if she can't control it? What
Maybe.
if something happens at his thing and it's just like a...
Or like basically go to the Emperor. We can program baby Siths to be just like you and to listen to you.
Oh, they're so cute!
Exactly. Like I don't know. That'd be pretty tempting. And they have a chip
Well,
where they have to listen to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see where we go from here, but I think it's just going to be, our next job, our next job.
So this is what we thought Mandalorian was gonna be about. Him going to bounty, and that wasn't the case. But that's what this show feels like.
Bounty on third.
And also, I feel like, is it going to be like a rush job to where the last 4 episodes mean something? So literally the next, 10 episodes are just going to be...
And then a little bit, we need to get back with Crosshairs.
Yes.
Yeah, I want the crosshair story, like I said earlier. I want that. That's interesting. What's he gonna do with his new unit? What's the Empire gonna do with Camino?
I guarantee you, the next episode or two, we're going to see Crosshairs and he's going to be just one step behind. He'll be at that other planet. Then he'll be at this planet. So he's slowly
I will
behind.
take a whole episode with just him.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, at this point, that would be cool.
Do you think Crosshair will work with Finnick?
Oh, maybe they team up?
Team up?
Whatever they're paying you, the Empire can triple it.
And then she double crosses the Empire just to be like a jerk. And she's like, oh.
Take the
that's
credits
funny.
and not help you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's some interesting stuff going on. This episode is definitely better, but not by much.
But for me, it's more because of the...
I wasn't bored, though.
No. Because the nostalgia thing,
Because
the Rancor, that's the reason why, not because of the story event.
Well, even if it wasn't a Rancor, but it was a cool big beast. And it was something cool. Did it have to connect with Jabba the Hutt? It still would have been cool.
I liked it. Because
yeah, but it's just silly. It was like, okay, so I guess that's the one that freaking Luke fights later on.
Luke kills.
Yeah. See, you got the question answered that no one wanted the question answered to.
Was the Rancor a boy or a girl? Like, well, I guess it's a girl named Mochi.
Maybe that's why the guy cried, because it was a girl.
But, decent.
Yeah, better than the last two. I'll tell you that. It was really bad last week.
I just need our boys to act like badass freaking super soldiers instead of just lamos that get captured every effing time.
And also, can they use some strategies? Then when they fought those droids, it was actually legit.
They plan some.
Do you think Hunter would be able to do that?
They make a plan, and before they even execute the plan, they get captured. It's happened twice now.
Yeah.
I don't like the guys that irritates me because he's supposed to be the best of the best. Hunter's supposed to be the master strategist. That's why he's the leader. And it's like...
He's master getting his ass kicked.
I know, it's
getting
insane.
one punched and only using a knife when
I'll
you
never
go to a
forget that.
gunfight.
He has the special ability to block his opponent's fist with his face.
Yeah, that's so great.
That was his special ability that they gave him.
I know, right?
But but I do like the way that it's at least something happened with them learning a little more information. So the story did move ever so slightly forward.
Yeah.
And they found out that they could be mercenaries and make money off of them.
Yeah, that's probably going to be. But
they
should go cat themed and become meowcenaries.
They're so
And that could be the thing, little kitty cat faces on all their helmets.
And then Mega has like a little whiskers painted on her face.
Yeah, she has a little dog
And
fan.
then
Yeah, she's wearing like a little cat suit. Like
they
Mario.
changed their name to the Bad Batch. They could be called Catastrophe.
Yeah, they'd be the catastrophe. I'm fixing this show right now.
And it'll be
I'll say I'm
perfect.
just so glad she didn't go guns blazing saving because that would have been.
Shelter, she has freaking records like big heavy.
I'm just saying at this point, I mean, I wouldn't put it past
And
them.
just throws a sniper rifle.
I don't know, but hopefully Omega stops acting like a dum-dum all the time and actually does what she did here a little more.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, when it's the mission, I can be quiet and then try to sneak around.
Well, I think the one thing the native was saying, and you guys were echoing too, is that a lot of the characters, especially when Filoni produces something, with their little kids, they'll be silly at first and they grow up.
Yeah.
They start to become cool.
But man, do I wish she grew up a little faster.
Oh, I know.
But Ezra was a little punk idiot too.
I know.
Oh, gee, this was fun. And he became like a badass.
He did.
Man, at the end, him and Thrawn, that was such a cool scene.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna watch Rebels because I have to catch up with you guys. But that scene with her and Darth Vader is just the coolest thing ever. That was so awesome.
Yeah, you get stuff like that. That's just unbelievably awesome.
That was incredible.
So you have some growing pains to go through, but hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah, I'm glad this was half a step forward and a step to the side. But a half step forward is better than no step forward.
Yeah, because it was going backwards.
Yeah, it was stagnant.
Time. Yeah, it was.
This one's a little bit better, but yeah, we're still sticking with it. We'll do them every week unless something insanely stupid happens. But I think it will just be competent.
Yeah, I don't expect to see any more than that.
Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, you can contact us on any of the social media platforms in the description down below. And while you're here, be sure to click on one of the videos over on the right.